Today's recipe is a very simple yet a traditional recipe called Nagori Dal Tadka. Let's begin. Well, Nagori Dal, ladies and gentlemen, comes from this place called Nagaur in Rajasthan, which is literally equidistant from Jodhpur and Bikaner. Let's begin with soaking masoor dal and chana dal. I have done that in a little in the morning. So you get these two ready and then you pressure cook. Simultaneously, you cook the masala, which is your tempering spices. And then the most unique feature of this recipe is the addition of Kasuri Methi. Let's begin this recipe with soaked masoor dal. Follow this up with soaked Bengal Gram or chana dal. And the soaking, mind you, is an hour in warm water. Let's add in 2 cups full of water, a touch of turmeric. We cover this, place the whistle, and now let this cook under 4 to 5 whistles on medium flame. While the dals are getting pressure cooked, let's quickly move on to the tempering masala. Very quick, very simple, very easy. Let's begin with vegetable oil, desi ghee. Once the ghee and oil heat up, let's add in cumin seeds, dried whole red chillies, and along with this, red onions roughly chopped. Let's now move on quickly to soaking some kasuri methi. Say around 1.5 tablespoons for this quantity is perfect, in water at room temperature. Allow this to soak for a couple of minutes till we are kind of ready to add this into the recipe. Let's add in Asafoetida, crushed ginger, garlic and green chilies. Mix this well. Let's add in chopped tomatoes and with this a couple of spices and salt. Beginning with Kashmiri Red Chilli Powder, Garam Masala, and finally salt. Let's mix this well. Well, I've turned the flame off of the pressure cooker because now is the time for the pressure to completely subside. Let's now also quickly check onto the dal, and if that's ready, we churn it and we add it to the tempering spices. Now, the beauty of this dal is it's a combination of varying taste parameters. Of course, the saltiness comes from the salt, then there is sweetness that would come in from the jaggery, the bitterness would come from the kasuri methi, the chilies bring in the spice, and tomatoes bring in the sourness. Isn't it beautiful? Let's now check onto the dal. Finally to this, 2 flavorings, beginning with jaggery. And finally, last but not the least, kasuri methi, which we had soaked and kept ready. Maybe a little bit of this water to just balance the consistency and the flavor. Let's mix this carefully and allow this to simmer on low flame for a couple of minutes. And with this, ladies and gentlemen, off goes the flame. Well, with this, your Nagori Dal Tadka is done and ready. This goes amazingly well with gawar phali ki sabzi or cluster beans ki sabzi. And what I did not tell you is this also goes very well with bajre ki khichdi, because bajra, of course, grows a lot in Nagaur. This is me, Varun Namdar, signing off. Bye for now.